Hello Aquarius, welcome to the Mela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the Sun, Moon and Rising side of Aquarius and Aquarians. This is a special reading. This reading is for what's coming your way, a blessing, a manifestation, a divine change, a transformation, a positive transformation, a positive blessing, a positive manifestation coming your way in the next 20 days. Yes, Aquarius, you, Capricorn and Sagittarius have had a timeline shift where the other signs were on a path of what's coming in the next 60 days. You three are on a path of what's coming in the next 20 days. So a powerful new shift, a powerful integration for you. There were a few energies that had to be aligned for you, and your timeline has shifted to 20 days. 20 days still feels like a long wait, but just as you were patiently waiting for this reading, beautiful Aquarius, this manifestation, this blessing, this transformation is long-lasting. It's stable. It's meant to stay. It's meant to build a solid foundation for you. It's not a fast, fleeting energy. It is stable energy. It is a stable manifestation. It is a stable foundation change. So yes, it required time to integrate. It required time to manifest. It required time to mature, to grow, to become that which you are now ready to receive. So beautiful Aquarius, let's see what's coming through for you in the next 20 days. Hearts, 16 and hearts. Intuition, look at that. And intuition has a heart. Powerful, right? Aquarius, in the next 20 days, in this 20-day cycle, you are coming to a great healing, a great blessing, a great healing process where you are finally awakening to you, to the true value, the true love, the true light you are. Aquarius, you are the energy of new life, of inventions, of creation, of truth, authenticity. You are here to anchor in your source, your soul into this physical and bring about new ways of being, new ways of understanding, new clarity, new information, new insight. You are born before your time. You don't really fit in to a lot of places because the way people create, the way people are, is almost seems outdated, almost seems irrational, because you almost have this new way, this new powerful, profound insight, new way of doing things. You bring about innovation, invention. You are really a powerful being. However, you almost have restricted that element because of a displacement of love, of honoring. Instead of honoring you and honoring your vision and trusting you and trusting your vision and believing in you and believing in your power and breaking free and just doing you, you used to give your power to the conditioning, to illusion, to family members, perhaps to your romantic partner, people-pleasing, letting them have the way, or maybe choosing a romantic partner who maybe isn't really your match, but somebody who will enable you to remain in fear, to remain in the space, because if you now connected with somebody who was going to be a challenge, they would show you where you deny yourself and you just don't want to go there. It can be because of maybe your family upbringing, cultural, traditional, parental, how you grew up. It can be just because of your career. You don't want to, you're almost scared to take the spotlight. You don't want to stand out too much. or however it is, or for some of you, it's you are shining, you are doing your thing, but it's almost misplaced. It's somebody else's dream, somebody else's vision, because you want to please somebody else. You want to please a parent, you want to please a society, you want to please a way of thinking. Fascinating sources. Wow, okay, interesting. For those of you who identify as female, you wanting to, raise awareness or to inspire women or feminine energy out there. So you are doing what society expects you to do in order to do it for women or the feminine frequency, as opposed to doing it for you. And even though your intention is good and noble, because you're doing it for, and this doesn't have to do feminine energy only, it can be because of race, sexuality, whatever human definition. Because remember, even saying someone is a woman, feminine, sexuality, race, that's all human things. When you are born, you are given an identity, given a race, given a gender, that's all human labeling. So and yes, when you were born, you were also given the past and the information of those human conditioning. So your race, you have to do this for your race, to fight free, to liberate your race, to liberate women, to liberate sexuality. So you're also given all this human noise, and you almost let that be your inspiration or your drive for doing things. Your race is your drive for doing things. Your gender is your drive. Your sexuality is your drive for doing certain things. And Source is saying that is honorable, yes, and it's good intent, yes, and we get it, because yes, there are certain spaces in this world that need to be highlighted, that need healing, so we get it. But should you be doing that with that being the focal point, you are limiting yourself, because you're doing it for an external frequency. You're not doing it for Source within you. Should you just do what you want for you, for Source within you? It has nothing to do with your race, your gender, equality, or this or that. You release all of that and you simply do it because it's what is within your well-being. It's what inspires you. By allowing that center place, by allowing you to be the only motivation you're doing stuff, Source energy within you, now you serve everyone, including your race, including your sexuality, including your gender, including all of those things you want to do, you do, but in so much more power, because now you are creating through the inspiration of Source, and Source is for all. Not only what you think should be. So you're not only inspiring a certain race, you're inspiring all races. You're not only inspiring a certain gender, you're inspiring and healing all genders. Because you can't heal by being selective, you heal by the collective. By you healing all the genders, you then assist your gender to heal. By you healing all races, you then heal your race. Because by all the other races being healed, they release the racial tension to your race, etc. The healing is meant to be organic for all. It can't be so isolated. And for many of you, the almost Source is saying the motivation and the inspiration has been displaced, where you are doing things for the external, not for the internal you are. And that's been restricting and limiting your power and limiting your worth and your value, because you are now doing everything within the absence of who you truly are. And it doesn't mean that you are now neglecting the culture, or neglecting that race, or neglecting that gender, sexuality, or whatever it might be. It means you are now honoring it completely by honoring Source and allowing those spaces to take the shape of Source. And you're now healing everyone to take the shape of Source. So releasing everyone from holding the external responsible for their well-being, but rather finally healing all to Source for their well-being. So you not only are healing those different physical human labels, but you're actually breaking free from them, where you finally see yourself as Source creator, not as a this creating, but rather as Source, as love creating, first and foremost, and only Thus, yes, you will succeed, and yes, you will do well, and yes, you will be brilliant. And yes, should you inspire someone who's of your race, of your gender, of your creed, well done, yes, yay, but that is not the point. The point is you. The point is source. The point is love. And organically, it heals not only them, inspires not only them because they will see you succeed, but also inspires everyone else because now you've allowed your energy to be free for all, not to be selective for a certain outcome, which then restricts your magic, restricts your power, and holds you back. And primarily, it splits you because love is all. Love isn't selective. Love is all. So you're literally splintering your heart. You're splintering your frequency of love. Almost like you're breaking your own heart by separating everything, as opposed to being in your truth and allowing your whole heart to lead you to you. There's a powerful understanding coming in where you're finally no longer doing things for this or that or this or that, but rather you're doing things for you, for love, for your well-being, for your truth. And that allows you now to follow your intuition, no longer the mind, because the mind is the one that gives you the different roles, the different definitions, because that is what you have learned and that's where it's all kept. But now by releasing the mind and allowing the heart to lead, having a loving mind that releases all, having a wise heart, that is where you now choose from, your heart, your intuitive space. You now allow yourself to make decisions, to create, to work in, to be in spaces that allow all of you to be, because you want to be there, because it brings you joy, you love. It's about you, and not in a self-serving, but in a self-honoring way. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a empathic way, because now you're creating from source frequencies. Okay. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. Personal. How liberating to listen inside and make sense moment to moment what's needed. Yes. Finally, you're coming back to self, coming back to oneness, coming back to source, and you're allowing that to be the key of your creation, of your divine plan, of your action, coming back to source, coming back to you, releasing the external, releasing the superficial, releasing the show, releasing the presentation, releasing what people think, releasing the impressing others, releasing the whatever it is. You're finally coming back to you, coming back to source. And it's a powerful healing for you because you finally see the love you are, the value you are, the truth you are, the beauty you are, the powerful being that you truly, truly are. Let's pull some tarot. Look at that. Finally, breaking free of the external being responsible for you, for your celebration, breaking free of others, gossip, what other people think, how other people view you, breaking free of, now you're driving that car, now, look at you representing this, representing that, look at you, you're stopping that, look at me, look at me, look at you, you're done with that energy. You're finally coming back to, actually, what is it that brings me joy? What is it that fills my cup? I no longer want these fake friends who are only interested in how they look when they have me around, in the superficial glitz, I know you because you are this person, or because you do that, because you are this, that no longer interests you. You're finally seeing the superficiality that as soon as you're no longer that role, these people aren't there anymore. As soon as you're no longer doing that outcome, the support system is gone. It's very fickle. It's only there for you when you are something for them. And you're finally breaking free and aligning with new energy, new people, new support systems who love you for you, who are there for you, for what you do, not for what you do for them. They simply enjoy you as you are, wealthy or poor, successful or not known. It's not about that. It's about your energy. It's about your love. It's about your frequency. They care for you. They celebrate you. And you feel so much happier now that you've released this responsibility or the pressures of the world, understanding those are not yours at all. Those are not yours at all. You've been giving this external peer pressure, this external societal pressure, governance over you, and you finally released it and coming back to you, coming back to source, coming back to love, and finally allowing yourself a celebration of who you really are, a joy. You finally see yourself as source sees you, and you finally come into that place of celebration, of joy, of love, of self-honoring, which is so healthy and so liberating. And you finally love yourself. You finally allow yourself to truly, truly love who you are. The Hierophant, yes, look, you doing that which honors you. This is Taurus energy, second house energy, resources, stability. Also, Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so relationships. You honoring who you are within all spaces of your creation, of relationships, of how you be. You finally following your own inner compass. Good morals or morality being aligned to source within you, not what other people have defined good morals and morality as. This is you finally paving your own path, centering to source. There we go, coming back to you, coming back to source. That's really the theme of this reading. Coming back to you, coming back to source, coming back to love, and creating from there, aligning from there in all spaces, finally including the love you are in your creative energies, no longer denying, no longer suppressing and denying yourself that which is truly you. Look at this, new beginnings. All three of these readings in the 20-day, that is Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, you've all received the Fool card. And also the Hierophant, I think, has come out for maybe, if not all, at least two of your readings. Really a profound change where you're having a new life, a new expression, a new way of being, new insight. You're no longer doing things for others. And what we mean by that is you're no longer living a life for other people to be proud of you, to be impressed by you, to approve you, to assist in this, in that platform, in this platform, to raise awareness here, to raise awareness there. And Source is saying it is a beautiful, honorable thing. But let that be a byproduct of what you are doing. Let the raising of awareness here, let the raising of frequency there be simply a byproduct of you creating through you, not a direct, I have to do this for this, because that's what keeps that energy restricted, and almost it brings toxic energies, because now it's no longer through authentic creation, it's through an intention which doesn't allow you to be present there. You sacrifice who you are for the greater good, and Source is saying there's no such thing. That is all illusion. You doing you, who you truly are at source, that is for the greater good. But sacrificing source for the greater good, that does nothing. That is very, very short, how can we say this? Fleeting, very, it's short lasting, it doesn't last long, it's fleeting energy, temporary energy. It's not stable, it's very flaky energy. But by you being within source, and then that's long lasting, that's stable, that's sustainable, that can build, that, and in a way which nourishes you and serves you and brings energies for you, restorative energies. It doesn't deplete, it doesn't take away, it doesn't diminish you. So yes, the Fool energy, new life, new beginnings, a new way of creating. The why of why you do things changing, transforming into a new why, a why which honors you, a why which sees you, a why which loves you, a why which honors the frequency of you. Finally allowing yourself to be seen, to be loved, to be appreciated, to be held within the divine light of your own love. You're finally loving yourself into being, not neglecting yourself in the process, not neglecting your well-being, neglecting your health. You're finally prioritizing that in a healthy way, in a healthy, loving, whole way. Here we are, finally a balance coming in. Divine feminine and masculine, the sun and the moon, an alignment between the light and the physical and source. The Libra scales, you're finally in your scale, honoring you, coming back to you, coming back to source, and allowing the physical to align the source to align everything in the physical, everything in the spiritual. Balance and harmony coming back as you're finally creating through source, through you, through spirit, through the truth of you. Powerful. You're finally feeling at ease with who you are. You're feeling balanced. You're no longer feeling splintered because you work so hard, Aquarius. You work so hard, but it's almost like you work against yourself because you don't include yourself truthfully at source level within your creations. But now you're finally including yourself, and so you're finally feeling yourself balanced and no longer fighting life, but now finally enjoying and living and experiencing life. It's not this race, this eternal never-ending race. Yes, it's no longer this eternal never-ending race. You finally let go the burdens of others, those who pull you down. And you see, this is really the Three of Cups, speaking of people, the external, your social life, social people, social expectations pulling you down with the Ten of Wands. The restrictions, the limitations of others around you, you just letting these other people control you. And it feels like it's, some of you are not even aware of it because, again, your intention is honorable because you're doing it for that collective or for that people or for this experience or for that frequency. So your intention is noble, but you're allowing these external forces to hold you back, to imprison you, because it's not actually your path. Your path is yours. Your path is yours to create. Your path is yours to forge within the truth of you. And then you receive energies who are around your path, who do not dictate your path for you. Whether it be people who are still currently doing it, or whether it's just past expectations, whether it's your own expectations you've put upon you, whether it is your past history because you're born and now you're told, oh, now you have to fight for this and fight for that and fight for this. You're fighting a war which has nothing to do with you because you came into the world when you came in to create new things, not to create new things. And in the creation of those new things, in the creation of source you are, you then heal and repair that which needs to be healed and repaired. But by you focusing on those past issues to heal, you can't focus on what needs to be healed and heal it, because by focusing on it, you keep it there, you manifest it. But by you focusing on you and your life and your love and healing from there, organically you heal that which is to be healed in the past. And something that we just noticed here with this intuition card, if you look over here, look at there, let's see if we can get the focus. The dog and the man there with the hat. Oh, sorry, the focus. Come on. There we are. Just over there, the dog and the man and the hat there, quite reminiscent. Oh, there we go. If I put out the card, it focuses better. There we are, of the Fool. Look at that. There's the dog, the hat, the person there. New beginnings, new energies, new beginnings. You're having a whole new rebirth where you are finally honoring the love you are, honoring the source you are, honoring the truth of who you are coming into your truth, coming into your wealth, coming into your honoring of who you truly are. And of course, we said the man, but of course it doesn't have anything to do with gender. It's whoever it is, the being, the woman, the being, the divine, the goddess, whatever you feel, whoever you feel. It is really up to you how you feel, who you identify with, what you identify with. It's really your story. You are source energy. You are creating. So release everything, the responsibility of that, and really claim your life and claim you and claim your truth. Release the physical from holding you back. Okay, your path is yours alone, is yours to create, it's yours to be, it's yours to experience. And as you do that, as you come back to source, come back to you, come back to the truth of you, and create from there, yes, you will heal everything you want to heal. Source is really putting that forward, because it seems like you feel that should you do you neglect, you almost let people down, you let society down. And no, that's not the case. When you do you, that is when you're the most healing for people, for society, for all around you. Okay, Aquarius, do you, and do you within love. That is the key to all you have ever wanted to achieve, receive, and experience in this life. Blessed be.